Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'll be reacting to Konosuba Season 3 bonus stage. There's two OVAs that has come out and these are, I'm assuming, episode 12 and episode 13 because Konosuba Season 3, I think it ended in 11 episodes. So basically it's like the additional two episodes in OVA format. Now I am going to be reacting to both of them in this video only. However, I'm not really sure which one is OVA 1 and which one is OVA 2. I tried to understand, but I couldn't. So I'm just going to be reacting to them in the sequence how it is showed in Anyone Asia. In Anyone Asia, this is also out. So how it's labeled there, the one that is OVA 1 and the one that is OVA 2, that's how I'm going to react to it. Because I think that's what it is. I genuinely couldn't understand which one is OVA 1 and which one is OVA 2. So, if I switch them, like reverse, then I apologize. But yeah, I'm just going to follow the Anyone Asia the way it's labeled over there. So the one that is OVA1 over there, that's what I'm reacting to first, then I'll react to the other one. Yeah, and I'll react to both of them and then talk about the both at the end. Like I'm not going to react, talk, then react, talk. I'll react to both, then talk. So yeah, let us begin. So this is, I'm supposing this is OVA 1. Again, like I said, I'm not sure which one is 1 and which one is 2. This one is, I think, is 1. So yeah, let's begin. So yeah, as always, I'll put the subtitle and the timer here. Sync it whichever is your preference and let us begin. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah. Oh, we're recalling some incident. Hmm. Hello, who are you? Right. Why are you asking me then? Oh yeah, new person. What the? That is such a similar name. What's up with the name? Ozuma Sat. Okay. This seems like a coincidence. A crazy one. Hmm. Watch out for imposter. Yeah, you literally. Right. He, he even dresses like him, you can see. His haircut is also kind of same. Yeah. Oh. That's why people probably mistake him. What? Yeah. Oh no, he's gonna. Wait. Is. Yeah? Oh my. Okay, this is crazy. But. Yes, thank you. The, this is a premium version of Kazuma's party. Oh my god. You know what's funny? I'll talk about this later. The voice actor of Rakness or whatever her name is, I think that's Saber's voice actors. Megumi? Okay. What's the other person's name? And what's the other? Akira? Akua. Yeah. Hmm. That's prawn, right? Shrimp, whatever you call it. Yeah. Ah, that's why. Hmm. Ah, that's why. Megumi, yeah. Makes sense. Oh yeah, these are all isekai. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, it's you. You forgot your name? Hello? Yeah, it's my name. I was just spacing out. Ah, right. Okay, bro. Yeah, what story did you tell them? Well, he's not wrong, but at the same time. Okay. Bruh. Yeah. Look at this. Right. Good God. This is something else. Yeah. Why not? Maybe. No, it's just. She's just hearing that. Oh my god. Oh no, something's gonna happen. Oh no, what happened? Yep. Right. She's gonna blow them up. Right. What happened actually? Like he just told the truth, right? Right. You know what? He's he's well within his rights. Yeah. True. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. And Aqua herself said she's gonna do it. Yeah. Yeah, he's actually not said any lie. He might have just kind of. Better. Oh my god, you don't want to meet his teammates. Yeah? Bruh. Right. Nah, it won't work, I guess. Oh no, here we go. There we go. Oh god. Bruh. She's loving it. Well, she's liking. Yep. You know what? I never thought about it. She's a crusader. Like a. But her name is Darkness. Um. Well, obviously she'd say that. Bruh. Oh no. She's not wrong, actually. What? Mm. You know what? They'll fail. You know what? Why? Because Kazuma's group's reputation is so bad that they'll automatically win. Yeah, it can be bad reputation as well, you know. They're probably quite strong. I don't know. 2 weeks later. Oh no. Just. Oh no. In the guild, I feel like everyone's talking about. No. Look at. Yep. Bruh. Right. Now what? Oh no. They found us. Well. Um. Well, they're doing their job pretty well. So. Great. Fantastic. Yo. Hmm. Which is. What the hell is happening? Right? No. Not you. Nah, but Aqua is pretty damn, like, as a healer, if she does the job well, she's pretty damn good. Yeah. Wait. Yeah, Aqua can literally revive them. Yeah, well, yeah, I don't understand. These people should know that Aqua's that good. She has revived so many people before, if you remember, in season one. Yeah. Wow. So what happened? Oh, they were just going around killing. Oh my god. So they're the ones who created the problem. I don't think that's why, but no, that's not really. Oh, he was just okay. Right. Bro. Oh no. Oh my god, there's a lot of them. Alright, explosion time. Nah, we have explosion. Yeah. I don't think that's true. You're just going to. Oh, yeah, true. Darkness always is in the middle of the explosion, but she's still fine. Yeah? Oh, they think he's also something really. Right. Oh my god, there it is. Bruh. Yeah, you think so? Well, yeah. Is Aqua buffing him? I think so. Yeah, she was buffing them. Yeah, critical hit. Hopefully it works. Oh, damn. Okay, it worked. Alright, explosion time. Oh no, taunt time, obviously. Or decoy. And they've all gathered in one place now. Good god. Oh my god, I. Right. Right. Alright, calm down, Aqua. Darkness is here. Right. I don't think so, but you know, let's go with that. Oh, oh no. Long time ago. Oh, oh yeah, we are the one who. Right. Yeah. He was probably frustrated he couldn't be the one to. But at the same time, he is grateful. Right. What? um. Oh my god. Damn. Right. Okay. Hmm. Right. Yeah. What about Aqua? What about her? Right. Oh no, it'll all be true. Yeah. Right. Huh. Hmm. Oh God. Yeah. Oh my God. Wow. Oh. Right. Oh God. Yeah. Okay. Oh my God. Yeah, they're still continuing the scream. What the hell is happening? Oh my God. Yo. Ah. Well, that was funny. Okay. Alright, that was the first OVA, and now I'm going to go to the next one. Okay, before that, I have to say something, which is I'll talk about all of this later, but I have to say something before I start it. I found one thing very funny, which is I remember a lot of people in Konosuba came out, they kind of compared like Darkness's appearance to Saber from Fate. I'm pretty sure this girl, Raknis or whatever, she's voice acted by Saber's voice actress. I'm pretty sure about that. So I kind of found that very funny because people kind of like compare their appearance all the time. So I feel like they deliberately, like put her voice actress in her, like role. Okay. Anyway, I just wanted to mention that. Anyways, let us begin with the second OVA. As always, the timer and the subtitles will be provided. Sync your video to that, and let us begin. Okay, here's the countdown. Three, two, one, go. Oh my god, what's happening? Yeah? 7. Oh yeah. Um, yeah? Right. Oh god. Right. Yeah. This is probably why she doesn't want to. Wait, what? Oh. You could have said that in the beginning. Now Kazuma looks like an idiot. Well, right. I feel like, Luna, I think that's her name. She, every single time she probably brings some kind of request to Kazuma's party, Kazuma always does this. So she just doesn't, like telling him about, like, oh, you have a new job. So she was probably very reluctant. Because Kazuma probably every single time does stuff like this. Oh boy. Red stream explosion. Oh my god. Yeah. I. Wait, what? Yeah, but these people. Right. Yeah, let's just stop. Kazuma, people won't. Yeah, people won't. Oh, I see. Okay. How? Yeah. Ah. Damn. Do we have to blow up a. Right. She must be loving this. Oh no. Why? The first time I've heard her. Yeah. Bruh. Oh my god. She's acting like Kazuma. Kazuma does this. Whenever. Hmm. Wow. Secret weapon. Greatest wizard. True power. All these keywords are necessary for Megumin's. Greatest wizard. There you go. Oh boy. Yeah, you're the one? Alright. Yeah. Yeah. Oh boy. Right. Hmm. Who? Oh yeah, true. Oh no. Oh no. Nah, but still, like Megumi's exposure is on a different level, so wow. Yeah. Wow, people just doesn't right. Oh yeah, Wiz is there. Wiz is pretty damn strong. Right. Yeah, Aqua. All right, you are making this even worse. Two days later. Okay. Oh, here we go. Oh. Okay. What? Wait, what's happening here? Yeah. Oh. So why are you not? Oh, I guess Aqua's Aqua. She's just water won't affect her. Oh. Right. Oh God. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh boy. Yeah. Interesting. Ah. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. What? Oh. Right. Okay, that's why. Yeah, that's why they call her madam. Oh, hey, it started. It's already started. These guys, this is just a festival to them. Right. We cannot see her. Hmm. Right. Well, we cannot see her. Okay. Okay. Damn. Alright. Oh! Alright. Well, that. Oh, damn. Like a skipping stone. Great. She doesn't want to hear your speech. Oh god. Aqua will be pissed. Yeah. Okay. What? Okay. Yeah, the wind that will come at the end. Wow. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh god. Yeah. Oh yeah, she'll need a little bit of time to do incantation. Yeah, darkness is over there. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh god. What's happening? Really? Oh my, again Aqua? Hmm. What? They're communicating, okay. Yeah. Oh, she's taunting her. Yeah. Hmm. Damn. Yeah. Okay. She's. Oh no. Wow. Yeah. Oh no, run! Or swim, whatever. Probably abusing it. Okay. Yeah. Um. Oh my god. Yeah. Hmm. Oh no. Wow. Oh boy. Yeah, definitely because of that. What the hell is happening with her? Is that how strong the wind is? Bruh. Damn. First time? Okay. Now with. Right. Damn. Pretty good explosion, but obviously we have Megumin. Oh boy. Okay. Now that is a true explosion. Okay. Oh no, this should like vaporize her or something. Then it won't work. Yeah. Oh no, there you go. She's back. Right. Well, don't worry about it. Oh, is this the wind? Yep. What? Huh. Yeah. Okay. What's the punchline here? Mm, right. Right. I think she's gonna do something else. Wait, is she going to? No, I think she's going to use the wind on Kazuma's group. Oh my god! Oh, wait. Um, Aqua. Right. She understands, but Aqua doesn't. Obviously, she's apologizing. Yeah. After all of that, well. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, they're in the. Right. No, I think they are in the Sakuba's place. Yep. Yep. Yeah. 2 hour. Right. Okay, that's crazy. Oh boy. Hmm. Okay, and that was the second OVA. Now, I'll talk about both the OVAs. Let me first talk about the first one that I reacted, which was the imposter, or like whatever you call that episode. Okay, so that episode was pretty funny. I wasn't expecting like an actual party who literally looks and acts the way Kazuma's party does to pop up, and like in the end, because of Kazuma and her ability to speak nonsense, he was able to somehow convince them that they're the better group. But in the end, it's kind of funny because in the end, like their whole like the way they were thanking them, and then they were like, you know what, I heard all these bad rumors about, like, he starts like listing all the bad rumors, and they started feeling guilty from the inside. And in the end, the final blow was like, Aqua, or whatever her name was, when she was like, oh, like, like, we're sorry guys, like, like, you guys are the, like, what did she say? Here we go. We have faith that all of you won't do anything like that. That was like the final nail in the coffin. But they all were like, oh no, we cannot keep lying to them. So they apologized. But yeah, that was funny. Like I said this in the, before starting the second reaction. But one thing I found hilarious about this whole setting is that how darkness was always like, I remember when Konosuba first came out, a lot of people compared darkness's appearance to Saber from Fate. And it's hilarious how they made Rockness here. I'm pretty sure Rockness's voice actress is Saber's voice actress from Fate Stay Night. So, from Fate in itself, Saber's voice actress is Rockness's voice actress. I'm pretty sure about it. Correct me if I'm wrong. So it was kind of funny because I just remembered how, like, that was a thing. And I do wonder if they deliberately made her do the voice acting because of that. Yeah, but anyways, this was a hilarious episode because, not only did we get to see like a different version of all the characters, like Kazuma's different version, where like it's like completely opposite to Kazuma. Aqua's complete opposite version, who's complete opposite to Aqua. She's actually someone who, like is like a proper like a priestess kind of like Darkness's opposite personality is like literally someone who is very noble and very and then we have Megumin. So yeah, it's just like it's hilarious to see them in action, and they were pretty good. As they said, they were like one of the top, I think, like adventure groups. So that is why when they heard like some other group having like names similar to them, they thought they were like trying to copy them. So they came here and tried to like yeah. And also there was another big reason, which was with Hans, as he said, like one of his friends were killed by Hans, so he wanted to take revenge. But since Kazuma already did that, he wanted to see who Kazuma is, and like yeah, in the end he also kind of thanked Kazuma for that. But yeah, the whole process was hilarious, where just like but they were like just like at the end of the day you could say that Kazuma's party is pretty useless, but at the same time in the specific department they're like the best. Like Aqua, for example, in the healing department, she half of the time she doesn't do anything, and just gets drunk. But when needed, she can even resurrect people, she can heal any type of injuries, which is like like crazy. Megumin, even though she is just a one time like explosion user per day, she when she hits so damn hard that it can literally blow up almost anything. And Darkness, her defense is so damn busted that even Megumin's explosion, and literally like if you remember in season 3, there was that section where like Darkness was I forgot which section it was, but there was a section where Darkness saved Kazuma from getting trampled upon, if you remember. That big thing that they tried to kill. I forgot what exactly thing what thing it exactly was, but like during the whole Darkness's arc, if you remember, where Darkness wanted to do something significant, and like Kazuma went and asked other parties for help, which kind of defeated the whole purpose of it. But if you remember that part where like Darkness literally just like put her own body on top of Kazuma so that don't get trampled on, and she survived that. So like her defense is off the charts. And yeah, she might be a crusader who cannot hit anything, but as a tank she's top notch. So each of them are pretty useless as a whole, but whatever they specialize in, they're pretty damn good. And Kazuma, you could probably say Kazuma's like I wouldn't really say that Kazuma excels in anything at a very high maybe steel, and all stuff like that. Like, but Kazuma's main thing is his brain. Like, he's very intelligent, and obviously his luck is also very good. So whatever he does, because of his luck, I think everything kind of succeeds. So that is like, you could probably say Kazuma's specialty is that it's not like all the others who have like a certain specialty in something. His specialty is more of using his brains, because he can twist any kind of a situation into an advantageous one by using however weird methods he could think of. So in that sense, they are top notch. They're a top notch adventuring group, but they half of the time it doesn't work like that. Like, half of the time Aqua somehow messes up, somehow maybe sometimes Darkness messes up, like Kazuma messes. It just happens like that, and so it's like a thing where it's basically gambling. If you rely on them, you'll have to rely on your luck. So if somehow all of them works together in a perfect manner, you'll get the job done pretty damn easily. But the problem is half of the time that doesn't happen because it's just based on like a random, like an RNG. Basically it's RNG based, when they're going to work together properly. So that is why, even though the other group was more consistent in their accomplishments, Kazuma's group, as you can see, literally with, for example, that scene when those guys came in all injured, Aqua literally healed him in a matter of minutes. Even if that guy died, Aqua could have probably just resurrected him. Which obviously Aqua, that other girl, in no way she could have done that. Like she might be a very good healer or an art priest or whatever, but in no way she's doing stuff that Aqua can do. Then we have Megumin, where Megumin was the person who could literally blow up all those wolves at the same place. In no way could the other Megumi, I think that was her name, yeah, could she do anything like that? Because I think she cannot even use explosion. There was a section in that episode where you can see when they said like, oh, Megumin can use explosion. She was pretty impressed. So I'm assuming she cannot use explosion, which makes sense obviously because when you learn explosion, like it literally takes like a lot of your points, and that's literally why Megumin cannot use any other magic. So no one sane enough, unless until they have a huge mana pool, is going to learn explosion. So that's why like Megumin could literally take care of that situation in such a good way. Same with Darkness, where Darkness was like acted as such a lure where all the wolves and everything like started getting to her, but she was not even affected by it. Even Megumin's explosion didn't affect her. In no way can the other Rockness, she can do something like that. So yeah, they are very good in their speciality, but the problem with Kazuma's group is half of the time they don't work properly. Like that's the problem with them. So at the end of the day, you could say in situations where we really need like to do something and we really need like special type of a power level or whatever, the Kazuma's group is the best bet because they can do it actually. So in that sense, you could say one group is more consistency, other group is more specialized, which is Kazuma's group. So in that way, I would have to say that Kazuma's group wins because in times of really big needs, Kazuma's group can do something while the other groups cannot. Yeah. But anyways, the main thing was basically like this episode kind of highlighted that how Kazuma's group, even though they have such a bad reputation, when they really need, Kazuma's group is actually what matters. What can do, like they can actually do something like really crazy. But the problem here is that the people, they just don't trust them at all because Aqua just mooches off of them, like alcohol and everything. And when Kazuma was like, oh, I literally treat you guys, and they're like, really? Yeah, you treat us, but Aqua literally mooches off of us. Then we have like these are like the problems like that. That's why the adventurers, when Aqua healed that guy, he was like, oh, is this Aqua-san who healed me? And she was like, no, it wasn't me, it was. And Aqua's like, oh, it's me. And the guy was disappointed. She was like, what the hell. Even though he was literally dying, he couldn't care less. Oh boy. So yeah, their reputation is a bit busted. But alright, in situations like this, Kazuma's group is very helpful. Yeah. And oh my god, like obviously the main highlight of the episode was basically how the other characters were. Like Raknes was like and each of them had like such a crazy backstory. Like Kazuma, after listening to the backstory, he was like, this actually looks like a proper like a party of like a like a party which is going to be shown in like some kind of a show where people can, like all the animes have like these characters with like so like this and this backstories. That was literally how it was like hearing like it was sounding like. That's why Kazuma was like, these backstories looks like backstories of actual hero and heroines, unlike us, where we just yeah. Okay, anyways, that was pretty funny. um yeah. And oh my god, like, and Kazuma's way of like telling stories, like he literally like made up, like the thing is, what Kazuma said actually wasn't wrong. He didn't really lie, you could say. Maybe he just twisted his words a little bit, yeah. And maybe he just didn't really say the underlying reasons behind their actions, but the actions, whatever he said, that actually happened, so he wasn't lying, but at the same time he wasn't being truthful as well. So like literally gaslighting them. Oh my god, this was literally an episode like that. I feel like in today's episode I could see like Darkness being actually depressed, like, because usually every single time other people say stuff about her, she just gets off of it, you know because of her masochism. But this episode actually made her feel bad, because they actually said like, oh, your name, what the hell is your name? Like, you're a crusader, you're supposed to be a holy crusader, and your name is Darkness. Like, what is this? And like, Darkness was, I was expecting her to actually like enjoy, was like feeling everyone like insulting her and everything, but she actually took it too hard, because like, yeah, it probably, yeah, that was actually something that affected her, which is kind of crazy, because I've never seen Darkness like, I have seen her actually take offense to stuff, but in such a way I haven't seen her like that. There have been other instances as well where Darkness was actually offended, instead of just you know getting off of her masochism. She actually gets offended. For example, I remember there was that scene with Mitsurugi where she actually got offended. Then there was that scene with there was another thing I cannot remember, but oh yeah, I remember, like in one of the OVAs, if you remember, where Kazuma was doing those random nonsense with the choker. When Kazuma in the end, if you remember, was saying all the stuff and telling how he looks at all his party members. And if you can remember, at that point, Darkness at first was very excited to whatever like insult or whatever Kazuma was going to tell her, but Kazuma said something like in such a, I think Kazuma said something like, "Oh, you are just boobs" or something like that. He said, she was genuinely offended. Then you could see she was feeling disgust, which is crazy. You're done for when Darkness feels disgust. So yeah, she has been genuinely offended few times. But today's episode was also that. She wasn't offended. She was just in despair today, basically. Yeah. But at the end of the day, we took care of those wolves and everything. And the other group was like, "You guys are the best. I'm sorry. Like, what? Whenever we'll hear people saying bad things about it, we'll correct them." And Kazuma's like, by the way, what were those bad things that people were telling about us? And he was like, "Oh yeah, basically someone said that you were literally tying a person and dragging them around or something, and or something like stealing someone's underwear and like just like swinging it around the town or something." And Kazuma's like, "Yeah, about that." Like I said, in the end, like Aqua's purity was just something that was made the whole like group break. And it's kind of funny because obviously, because we know how our Aqua is totally useless, and just not useless, you would say, but that's the running joke, obviously. But how she's very crude, alcoholic, drinks all that, like the comparison, the opposite person, that is Aqua, was so damn pure that they literally made Kazuma's group break character in the end, and they were like, "We're sorry." Yeah. So there you go. Okay. Yeah, and that was that episode. I love that episode. Both episodes were hilarious. But it was especially entertaining to see like a different version of Kazuma's group, like like a more morally correct version of Kazuma's group. Yeah, so that was the first OVA that I reacted to. Now the second OVA was basically yeah, they were trying to make this this spirit actually, like do the whole wind thing in the end, and the guys were all waiting for that. But in the end, Aqua was like, "Oh no! Like, what are you trying to do? Why are you trying to use a gust on us?" And like, I'm pretty sure the spirit realized what the people wanted, what the men wanted, and she was actually going to do that. But Aqua was like, "What the hell are you trying to do? You're trying to put a give a gust of wind to us. We just helped you out. Stop that. Don't do that." And you can see the spirit was like feeling sorry for them or something. And here we go. This part, like the spirit understood, but okay, this part. Here we go. Hey, you said it was thanks, but you were about to blast us with a huge wind, weren't you? And the spirit is confused. The spirit is like, wait a minute, every single year I literally do this and everyone loves it. So she was confused. She was like, I was going to do the same thing today as well. And then Aqua was like, what do you mean? Learn to read the room? And she was literally telling Aqua, learn to read the room. and yeah, and the spirit is confused. She's like, wait a minute, this is not how it goes usually. And yeah, and everyone's like, and the funny part is, anyone cannot really say anything at this point, like, because yeah, like they cannot say that they were waiting for the gust of wind, can they? Okay, so Aqua's like, seriously, why do you feel sorry for the town's adventures? They were able to fight off your assault, so I can understand feeling grateful. But pity, why? Yeah, the spirit understood. Aqua didn't. And then the spirit was like apologizing. And she's like, you know what? Sorry guys, next year again. And yeah, so I thought Kazuma was gonna get pissed off at Aqua and they're like, oh, you just ruined it again. But I feel like Kazuma cannot even say anything here because they knew what they were doing was wrong in such like it's such a manner that even Kazuma couldn't really say anything to Aqua here. Because internally she knows his conscience won't really let it. Like like it was that serious. Like yeah. And that's why Kazuma didn't really say anything. At the end of the day, they all just went to the Satuba's place. So yeah, that's funny. Right. Anyways, but yeah, this like the second OVA was basically like just them goofing about. Like you could probably say it was like a swimsuit episode, kind of. Right. And I was thinking why Aqua wasn't dressed, but then I realized it's probably because since Aqua is related to water, she doesn't even need to get dressed. Like everyone was like wearing swimsuits, so Aqua doesn't even have to do that. Like water is literally her territory, so like water won't affect her, and in any way or form. Right. But yeah, but this was like I love how all the adventures they were like, what, this time we have so many good people using magic. Like, we have Megumin, we have Yun Yun, we have Wiz, and this year's gust of wind will be crazy good. And they were kind of concerned. They were thinking like, oh no, like hopefully they don't accidentally kill the spirit. When that everything will be over then. But then when they saw like the spirit was intact, and they were like, oh my god, yes, that was like the best, like like magical, like magic, like like thing that we did to her. This year's gust of wind will be crazy. But then Aqua was like, yeah. Right. So that was kind of funny. I don't think there's much to discuss about this episode because it was basically them just, Oh, the first part was skipped pretty funny where like Megumin was like, like every single time, like, I'm the one who you come to ask help for. But all the other time you just like, you like, you literally don't care about us. And she was pretty offended. She was like, yeah, like, like what the hell? And then everyone was like trying to gas her up and everything. And it was kind of working, But then when Kazuma was like, wait a minute, guys, you're forgetting. We have Union and we have Wiz. Like, they can do it. And they were like, oh yeah, you're right. And they just completely forget about Megumin. And then Megumin was like, nah, man, I'm sorry. Like, like I went too far. Take me with you. That part was pretty funny. Because, you all know, like, we all know, like, Megumin thrives off of, like, people's praise and people's, like, like, yeah. So, this was, like, perfect for her, and that's why she was getting a little bit too ahead of herself. But then when she realized that, yeah, I went a bit too far, She was like, nah, man, like, take me with you. Right. Anyways, and obviously Aqua picking a fight with the spirit, and the spirit was like bad mouthing her and everything, and Aqua got even more pissed. And yeah, like, and then Kazuma with his, oh my god, you know, with his verbal prowess, made the spirit so much mad that it literally came to the shore so that they can hit the spirit with the explosion. Um, right. Yeah, and there you go. That was basically that episode. Like I said, this episode doesn't really have much to discuss. The other episode had quite a few things to discuss because of, like, but this was just them being, them, I guess. Kazuma and the group being Kazuma and the group. Right. Um yeah. And I feel like Darkness literally had no role in this. No, she did have a role at the end. Yeah, she became like the person who, like, again, as always, she was the tank, and she ended up taunting, or like, using, I think they call it decoy here, using decoy to taunt the enemy. Like, she literally did that at the end. She was like the person at the front taking the brunt of the force. So yeah, I was going to say that Darkness was literally useless here because she was just in the water. But then in the end, she was like, she actually came and, like, helped out quite a bit. Right. And there you go. That was this episode. Oh, there was another funny part in this episode where Kazuma tried to tell everyone, like, scientific explanation as to how, like winds and storms work, and I was like, hello, Kazuma, you probably don't know, but there's actually a spirit here. Like, modern world, like, scientific reasonings won't work here. This is an isekai. So yeah, Kazuma's like, god damn it. Right. So yeah, that was pretty funny. I love how, like, everyone was like looking at him as if he was some kind of a madman. It really reminded me of, like, in the back in the days when you have, like, people who you know these people who, like, explained what the natural, like, how the natural world works. For example, when Neutron probably, like, talked about gravity, a lot of probably people probably looked at him in a weird way. Like, obviously, we literally had Orb a few months ago. If you watched Orb, the whole thing about people trying to explain how, like, the movement of the earth and everything, and people looking at them as heretics, like, bad people, witches, and, like, looking at them as if they're madman. That was literally what was going on here. Like, when Kazuma was giving the scientific explanation, everyone was like, what is this person saying? Is he crazy? Like, Kazuma was like, god damn it, this is why fantasy world is just, yeah. But anyways, both OVAs were amazing. Yeah, yeah, I really loved it. It was really good. So yeah, I'm looking forward to some kind of a announcement for season 4. Has there been an announcement for season 4? You know what? Let me check. Okay, Konosuba season. Let me go to Konosuba season 3 because. Wait. Let me check. I don't think there has been any announcement, but at this point, it. Oh no, it has. There has been an announcement. Ooh, wait. Oh yeah. Okay, wait a minute. Konosuba Zokuhen. Right. So wait, when was this announced? Now I don't know what this was going to be. If this is going to be an anime or a movie or whatever, but whatever it is, obviously this is a sequel, direct sequel to season 3. So that means we're getting season 4 in whatever form. I would prefer it to be in anime format because even though we love, like, movies, I kind of prefer anime more a little bit because, it's like weekly. You can properly react to it and, like, like, talk about it, discuss about it. And not only that, I don't know. I feel like weekly animes are a lot better. The anticipation and everything kind of, like, yeah. So yeah, and also, like, I feel like animes, since it's an anime, it whenever it airs, you can literally air it as watch it at the same time. Movies, however, at first it, there's like a lot of time it takes to come out. Then when it comes out the theaters at the beginning. Then we have to wait for 6 months. It's just a long process. That's why I don't really I enjoy watching movies, but the whole process in itself makes me wish for an anime. You know, so that's why it's just too long winded, the whole process. So yeah, I hope this is an anime. So yeah, whatever it is confirmed. So I'm looking forward to whenever this is going to happen. Anyways, that was it, guys. That was my reaction to the two OVAs. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed, and comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. That is it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.